Good morning, everybody. I figured I didn't get the review done last night, so I thought I'd review this morning. Hopefully I'm not too dark and silhouetted because it's brighter behind me, but if it is, c'est la vie. You can hear the birds. It's morning in this time of crazy quarantine and isolation. So, yesterday I didn't get my review done, so I will do it now, and that is for The Good, the Bad, and the Weird from 2008. I am sorry I might mispronounce the names because I'm a stupid American and we do our best. But The Good, the Bad, and the Weird. This is one I've been meaning to watch for quite a while. A lot of my friends have said to watch it, and I just haven't got around to doing it. Coffee. Good. Okay. So The Good and the Bad and the Weird is directed by Ji-woon Kim or Kim Ji-woon. I see it listed both ways. I'm not sure how the naming conventions work. It's a Korean movie. It is a period piece. I didn't nail down the exact time period. I think it's supposed to take place maybe in like the 30s or the 40s. It looks like the time period is very similar to like Indiana Jones, the original Raiders of the Lost Ark. Although I didn't see any exact signs of World War II, so it might be just pre-World War II. It is a loose remake of The Good and the Bad and the Ugly, but very loose. It's not that similar other than a couple of basic plot structure points. And obviously The Good and the Bad and the Ugly, The Good and the Bad and the Weird, I mean the naming convention, it's definitely got some nods to Italian spaghetti westerns, of course. A couple things to notice is that director directed A Tale of Two Sisters, which is one of the best of the early thousands, late 90s Asian horror movies, which South Korea and Japan were kind of on the forefront of those, but Tale of Two Sisters, if you haven't seen it, that is one you should definitely seek out. He also made the very awesome I Saw the Devil, which came out, I would say, I'd have to go back and look. I want to say it came out about 2012, 2013. Once again, a really interesting kind of a chase movie between an inspector and a serial killer, but it's very unusual and very violent and very interesting visually. So, back to The Good, the Bad, and the Weird. With these movies, you have to have an awesome trilogy of characters. Now, of course, in the original Good, Bad, the Ugly, you've got Lee Van Cleef, Eli Wallach, and you've got Clint Eastwood, and you can't do too much better than that trio. In this one, they don't do quite as well. I would say the guy who plays the Good is probably the most boring of the characters. He doesn't really do as much in this movie, and he's kind of a no character. The guy who plays the Bad, I should have looked up the actor's name. He's really good, incredibly good. Kind of gets that Lee Van Cleef-like style, this kind of steely, black gloves and all this stuff. But the star of the show is Kang Ho Song, and he plays the Weird. And if you don't know him, you should, because he's been in an amazing amount of awesome movies. I think of them all. I think he was in Memories of Murder. He was in Parasite recently. He was in The Host. He was in Snowpiercer. Obviously, Bong Joon-ho. Oh my gosh, loves him. But he is got to be one of the premier character actors in South Korea, and you shouldn't recognize his face when you see him. But he is awesome in this movie. So I'm not going to go through too much of the plot. The plot almost doesn't matter other than you've got everybody after a treasure map. But this movie is all about the set pieces, all about the action. So whereas you got the original Good and Bad, the Ugly is much more of a kind of a classic Western epic, three characters, intermeeting throughout the adventure. You've got the gunfights, you've got the sweeping vistas. You get that in here too, but take that and combine it with amazing set pieces and kind of more of an Asian action movie style. Although I would say there's a lot of Americanized elements to it, but the style and the set pieces, the action here are amazingly over the top, amazingly great. Probably one of the best action movies in the last at least 20 years. If you haven't seen it, you should. The opening train robbery sequence is just masterful. Definitely, this director is able to juggle many different pieces of action and keep it interesting and keep it mostly understandable. You get something like a Michael Bay, which is so much explosions and stuff going on, and it's something like a Transformer movie, but you still have a hard time, making out like what is actually happening, who's doing what. In this movie, he has a great way of doing that, where you almost always can tell what's going on, who's doing it, but also always trying to keep it interesting. You've got the train sequence, which is great. You can't go wrong there. You've got several other big action pieces. You've got one in this, I think it's called like Ghost, they call it Ghost Town or Ghost Market, which is kind of like this market where all the bandits and the nefarious people go to trade and sell their wares. And at one point he's having this big shootout, and the good in this case, keeps grabbing these pulleys, like ropes and pulleys that are using to lift all the items they're selling, and somehow he's like shooting things, and that allows him to shoot up and then like swing from a pulley, and he's swinging above the ground, shooting people as he goes and having a gunfight, which is crazy. And then the final biggest chase is straight out of the Road Warrior, or the truck chase in Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. So, and it's with horses. It is like the most incredible, epic horse chase battle that you've ever seen. So I would highly recommend this movie for just movie fans in general. If you're into Korean cinema, definitely. If you're into action movies, it's a must. If you're a little more casual, it's probably a little tougher for you. But if you're even slightly adventurous and like something that's just fun and energetic, and it is a great one. I also give it about 4 stars. One thing that brings it down from 5 stars really is that, like I said, one of the 3 characters isn't quite as interesting. There is one detour to an opium den that's kind of like, it's okay, but it could probably be cut, make it a 2-hour movie instead of a 2-hour, 10-minute movie. And the very, very, very end is a little abrupt. I would have liked just a little more at the very end, but that's a kind of a nitpick. Overall, this movie is a great watch. It is available on Hulu right now. Maybe some other platforms as well, but for sure if you have Hulu, you can check out The Good, the Bad, and the Weird. I would say if it's eluded you, or you've kind of seen it but always wondered about it, it's not just a straight goofy comedy. It's way more of an awesome action movie than you might expect. So we'll be back soon with some more reviews.